good performing and sustainable business are these elements that are so at all in our lives. And one of the things that really um, makes it as an elementary foundation is looking at our assumption, and the course will look at that and try to see how do then our assumptions relate to culture and also perception, and how do they reproduce themselves in how we communicate and interact at the workplace, and what are some of the practical ways to ensure that we are conscious of this assumption and we are not using these assumptions to bring or reproduce exclusion. And it also then creates this good segue towards how do we build up as a place of work that includes everybody, and therefore the lens towards being more diverse through the intersectionality lens comes into play. And we are going to really how do we create these cultural inclusive and not exclusive workplaces when we really do center around intersectionality, not only as a lens, but also as an approach towards arriving to diversity and inclusion. And we're going to look at different elements here and there. And so then it then brings in the question of the most difficult part. How do we create organizations that are going to be there for the next generation, who are really at that right now struggling with different issues at workplaces, be it psychological or diversity, be it physical elements that are different from the current generation. So as we continue moving and as organizations continue evolving, we are seeing the talent pool of people coming in through applications. They are very, very diverse. So we're going to look at a couple of those elements. And Lucy, next slide. But I think we also have to be practical and also factual about the realities of life, because some of these things are invisible. They are so invisible because they are so embedded in our cultural norms, in the DNA and the values of every organization, even as small as an organism called the family unit. So we are going to also acknowledge what are we working up against, and how do we then start a process of articulating these invisible elements, because it's only by articulating them then you start making accommodations and then thereafter action plans towards closing some of these gaps, or even better yet, coming up with an improvement roadmap.